These are the persons that have died in our community in the past year without a home. Daryl. David. Michael. Randall. Robert.
We are here, and we are worthy of love and belonging. So let us own our own stories. And in owning our own stories, let us find the courage to share our stories. And in sharing our stories, realize we are never alone.
We embarked on this trip seeking answers to many questions. What are the realities surrounding hunger and homelessness? What work is being done at both an immediate and systemic level? What can we do? In just 5 days, what can we learn?
Going into this trip, I wanted to have an open mind about the issues of hunger and homelessness and how I, along with my peers, could produce positive change through our volunteer efforts.
Specifically, I was curious to learn more about how hunger and homelessness are addressed within a community from a more holistic standpoint, such as how do different community partners and different missions and values collaborate together and serve what is sometimes an overlapping population most efficiently and effectively.
I was ready to learn anything. I wanted to learn about policy, about the actual stories of people that were going through homeless times, through times where they didn't know where their next meal was going to come from.
Throughout the course of our Apples trip, our group had the opportunity to talk and serve alongside of many people experiencing hunger and homelessness in the Asheville community.
The biggest thing about homelessness that I learned on this trip was how important community involvement is and how our actions need to start local and serve people locally and get people talking to one another, especially across socioeconomic status and across age and across background.
So something that was really interesting to kind of work through on the trip and to talk to Christiana Tugman about was not only how hunger and homelessness correlate, but how someone gets into the position of being homeless.
It was especially upsetting to see the veterans that are experiencing homelessness and hunger. They've given so much for their country, and it seems like they're not being given things that are human rights.
Something important that I learned is that a key idea in getting rid of homelessness is people need affordable housing.
And everyone deserves shelter, at least. It's a basic human right. I really think that I have a broader respect for just human dignity and people in general.
There's something we really tried to break down on the trip is, realizing that these people are people and they have stories and they have lives and backgrounds and they have families and they have interests, and so you can talk to them about how they came to be in the position that they're in, or you can talk to them about why they love fishing so much.
We met and chatted with people who had been in situations that I could not imagine. However, we talked about, and I began to understand that solely feeling guilt was not helpful. I learned that vulnerability can do wonders for relationships.
My high of the trip was the last opportunity we had as a group in helping Richard, a former homeless man, move into his new home in Durham. Even today, I still think about how he told us that we helped make him feel human again.
One of the best parts of this trip was getting to know UNC students that shared the same interest in these topics.
Everything was formed on the basis of serving. There was just so much laughter and just so much bonding over all the cooking and the serving and playing music and car trips.
The more we learned about the problems of hunger and homelessness, and the more we talked to people about their experiences and kind of got our hands dirty in this issue more close and up front, it's often easy to feel overwhelmed and helpless even in that we are so small and the problem is so big. But then there's also so much hope and joy seeing communities work together to make a difference where they are, and that's really beautiful.
I think any impact that we had would be on a personal level, so just showing these individuals that we talk to or the community partners or the community itself that as students at UNC Chapel Hill, we care about them and we care about this issue.
I now feel inspired to continue making an impact here in Chapel Hill, whether that's through advocacy or even engaging in direct volunteering experiences.
I would absolutely 100% yes recommend an Apples trip. It's such a rewarding and eye-opening and mobilizing experience like no other, as it really will be one of your greatest college memories.